Today we were talking about an exciting gentleman, and I'm sure all of you have heard of his name, Thomas Edison. And if you have seen some of my other episodes, we talked about Henry Ford, and everybody's heard about Henry Ford also. Well, I told you if you listen to that one that Thomas Edison and Henry Ford were great friends. So let's get on with today's episode. Again, I'm Randy, and we're talking about successful people that weren't perfect. They just made mistakes that we can learn from, so we don't have to repeat them. Some people are remembered for one great invention. Thomas Edison changed the world with hundreds of inventions, but his greatest invention wasn't the light bulb, it was his mindset, his relentless curiosity that never stopped asking, how can I make this better? Today, we're discovering the success habit that turned curiosity into one of his greatest legacies. If you watch the other lesson, like I said, about Henry Ford, what you're going to see is a lot of similarities between the two men. Because that curiosity began long before Thomas Edison ever stepped into a laboratory. His questions never stopped. He was a different kind of student. Learning became a lifelong adventure. Thomas Edison was not considered to be one of the outstanding students. In fact, his teacher believed he asked too many questions. His mother disagreed. She believed her son simply learned differently, so she taught him at home. That decision changed history. Thomas learned that education doesn't end when school ends. The real learning continues for a lifetime. Curiosity became his education. He loved books. He loved to experiment. He loved chemistry. He loved machines. Questions became opportunities. Most children played games. Thomas Edison performed experiments. He filled notebooks with ideas. He read every book that he could possibly get his hands on. His curiosity wasn't entertainment, it became his education. And long before he became famous, Thomas Edison had already developed the habit that would define his life: never stop learning. The railroads changed everything. As a teenager, Thomas sold newspapers on the railroad trains. Most people saw a job. Thomas saw opportunity. He started his own newspaper. Matter of fact, he even built a small chemistry laboratory inside the baggage car. Where others saw limits, Thomas Edison was always seeing possibilities. Perfect reflexes. One day, a small child wandered too close to the tracks as a train roared towards him. In that split second, most people would freeze. Thomas Edison acted quickly. He lunged towards and grabbed the little boy and pulled him out of danger. That moment wasn't about fame, inventions, history. It was about instinct, courage, and the willingness to step in when it mattered. And here's the part most people overlook: Edison wasn't successful yet. He wasn't a legend. He wasn't a man who could change the world. He was just someone who chose to act. Success often starts exactly like that, with a small decision, brave moments, and habits that shape who we become. The grateful father happened to be a station master. To Thomas, he taught him the telegraph. That single act of kindness opened the door to an entirely new career. Sometimes opportunities can change our lives and begin with serving someone else. the telegraph would become the foundation for a lifetime of inventions. I'd really appreciate your support. Please give me a quick thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It helps my channel grow and keeps me giving you great content. Thank you so much. One laboratory, one vision, thousands of ideas, habits, innovation becoming a daily. He didn't just do this once. He couldn't help himself but to keep on creating. Thomas Edison eventually opened a research laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. Unlike most inventors of his time, Edison didn't wait for inspiration to strike. He built a place where ideas could be tested every single day. His team experimented constantly, recording every failure, improving every design, searching for better answers. Became known as the world's first invention factory. Isn't that something? An invention factory. It provided an extraordinary success. Rarely comes from one brilliant movement. It comes from relentless curiosity combined with disciplined work. Thousands of experiments, one breakthrough, millions lives changed. Most people know Thomas Edison for one invention, the practical incandescent light bulb. What they often forget is the journey behind it. Thousands of experiments, countless adjustments, hundreds of improvements. When asked about his failures, Edison famously explained that he hadn't failed. He had simply discovered many ways that didn't work. Each attempt moved him one step closer to success. Persistence transformed curiosity into history's greatest invention. Again, thousands of experiments, one breakthrough, millions of lives changed. The light bulb was only one chapter of Thomas Edison's remarkable story. His inventions touched nearly every part of daily life: the phonograph, the motion pictures, electrical power system, communications technology. By the end of his career, Thomas Edison held more than 1,000 patents. His success wasn't built one lucky idea. It was built on a lifetime of asking questions, learning continuously, and refusing to stop improving. Here's Thomas Edison's scorecard. We all have one of these for each one of my episodes. Thomas Edison reminds us that success begins with curiosity. He never stopped asking questions. He never stopped learning. He never stopped improving. His achievements weren't the result of talent alone. They were the result of a daily habits repeated over an entire lifetime. That clue Thomas Edison leaves for each one of us. One final thought before we leave today. Every great success leaves clues. Remember this: never stop dream, never stop believe, build, never quit. Keep dreaming, keep believing, keep building, again, never quit. If you're ready to take that next step towards your dream, click on the link below this video and I'll provide information for a perfect blueprint where you can find your dream. Everybody's dream's different. Everybody's dream is not money or success or making even a light bulb. Some people's success is spending more time with their family. Some people's success is playing one more round of golf. Some people's success is going boating, skydiving. Everybody's got a different idea of what success is. My success was to stop the commute to work, fighting traffic every day. I'm from Missouri, and during the winter time, we have loads of snow and ice. And what was normally a 20-minute commute easily turned into an hour and a half of bumper-to-bumper traffic. And so, staying home, that was my dream. It also was my wife's dream. She now is able to stay home too. So, like I said, everybody's dream's different, and I hope that you'll take a moment to click on that link below this video and see if this is for you. See if this can help you find your dream. Thank you so much, and see you next